Hi, I'm Brenda. Welcome to my channel. This is take two. We tried and had no sound. So we are going to give a moment for a few people to join. And we are going to talk about the energy a little bit. To begin with, today, the sun Cazimi's Jupiter, which means the sun is going to meet Jupiter. And then that means Jupiter gets reborn. Jupiter is about our abundance, expansion. Also, Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, which means Jupiter actually is the best placement for Jupiter is in Cancer. It really, really likes Cancer. So that's saying it is a time of opening and expanding your gifts. Jupiter is only Cazimi'd in Cancer once every 12 years. So this is beautiful energy. Where were you 12 years ago? It was a very big change in my life at that time. So look back and see, where were you 12 years ago, 2013? Where were you? What was going on then? Because this Jupiter being reborn by the sun is really, really powerful energy. Also happening in that very same energy, the sun and the moon are coming closer together as we are having a new moon tomorrow at 4 degrees. So the sun will be at 4 degrees, the moon will be at 4 degrees, Jupiter's at 3 degrees. It's going to be closer. So they're really all three right there together. The moon rules Cancer, where that new moon is. So we got the sun, the moon, and Jupiter there. Beautiful, beautiful, expansive energy. That 4-4, and Cancer rules the fourth house. So we're calling it a 4-4-4 portal, which is about stability. Are you ready to bring in financial stability to a brand new level? Like, now is a great opportunity to today, tomorrow, write down a list. Like, I did my list the other night on the airplane coming home. Like, they had me write a list of the things I want to bring into my life. So I even hear I'm going to write a bigger list today. So I'm expanding that. I was going to come on earlier. The messages are really strong now with this energy. The veil is thin. I was just channeling a message. That's why I was late. I was going to do it at 9, but it didn't work out. And it's about following that guidance. And part of that message is really about just taking a moment and being in the present moment. So I'm going to ask everybody, I know I haven't even got to the cards and we're talking about the energy. Stop and just look around your environment and feel your energy in that space. Take a deep breath aside. Nice, feel your space. That's about being in the now and being present. And that really is the focus of, you want to feel the 5D, do that. Like, be present in your now. We are always so focused on time, and it's really, my last message that I channeled was totally about time. And now this is about being present in this moment, which is part of that message was also about luxury. People that are living in a higher status are not rushing. The people that, like, we think there's a lack of time, so we rush and rush and rush. It's funny because now there's a country song that's all about that. I'm in a hurry to get things done, so somebody must need to listen to that. So take a moment and listen to that song. I'm in a hurry to get things done, because you know what? When you rush and rush, life is no fun. I literally hear the lyric. So take a moment today, as many of them as you can, actually, and just be present. Today is a time of that expansion. Do you know, when you take that breath and you're just in your environment, it brings you your energy in such a pure place of alignment. Like, the messages are so easy to hear today with where that alignment is. Your spiritual gifts can really expand greatly over the next year with this placement with Jupiter in Cancer, because Jupiter's going to be there for a year. It's there 12 or 13 months, dependent on the cycle. So like, it is a huge time because Jupiter's at 3 degrees, so it's got a long ways to go. And it's just being reborn as a new level of expansion. So as you are being present today, know that you are opening for an expansion of your gifts just through, oh, what a lovely day. You know, your spiritual gifts are in the 8th house, and it's about transformation, that Scorpio energy. So this energy today should be so activating for you. Really, we just talked about taking time and savoring the moment, because Jupiter is being reborn in Cancer today. The new moon is tomorrow. It's a 444 portal. Are you ready to bring in new stability? Are you ready to open up to all the gifts you've learned of the past that you've held back? Like, are you ready? So we have just started with the daily energy update, and we haven't even started talking about the cards. I brought the Moonology cards because it is the new moon energy. I was also guided to bring the Secrets of the Ancestors card and the Twin Flame cards, just to top off the fun, apparently. But the messages, the veil is really thin. Yes, it's a beautiful portal energy. So are you ready to step into a new place of stability? Are you ready to step into a new place of, all the things that Cancer rolls in the, that's healing your mother wound. Are you ready to do that today? Like, that is huge. Like, Cancer rolls, that mother energy. It also rolls home and family. So Chiron is really prominent because it's in the 1st house, which is that thing of early childhood, which is definitely tied to the mother and the home. So today's a day also to look at where your Chiron is, to look at how you feel about your mom. Also, like, do you know the way your mom treated you is the way you treat yourself? Isn't that, I mean, if your mom is really great to you, that's phenomenal. Mine, not so much. So I have learned a lot with that lesson recently. So I am treating myself differently. I guess we're going to share a little bit. We just had Dave and I went to Las Vegas. He had a work convention. So we were there for a few days, and I got several downloads there, and one was about time, and one was about luxury. And we had an instance because I said, because we've had a couple of references about it, so we decided we were wanting to live something a little more like luxury. So we went to the airport and went to drop our car off, and there was curbside, so we got to just check our bags in. So that was really awesome. We were driving by the Delta, and I was like, because we were flying Southwest, I was like, wouldn't it be nice if they were just out there? And there was somebody out there. So it was phenomenal. We dropped our bags off. Then we went and returned our rental car. Super easy. We went to go, and you have to take a bus back to the airport. We went, and there were like hundreds of people in this line. So, and the people behind us were like, not happy about this line. So me and Dave decided to do this different thing than we would normally do. We went and took a taxi back to departure, because it's like about a 7 or 8 minute bus ride. So our time was more valuable, because it's the thing recently about time. Like, how valuable is your time? Our time was more valuable than standing in that line. So we actually went to the airport. We got there in plenty of time. We actually walked down, found someplace to have dinner. We were standing there, and I said, I wish there was a table. And Dave said, well, what about that one right there that's for 2? Like, had we been any other time, it wouldn't have been exactly. During the last couple of days there, my guides and the galactic visitors I have been really, really strong about being slow, being intentional. Like, be slow, be intentional. Take your time. We are always in a rush. If you take your time, and like we had everybody look around and be in their present moment and see how you felt, that's how we're supposed to feel. We are not supposed to be in a rush all the time. That is part of the matrix that we are living in, a time matrix based on a false timing system, which I'm working on. And I got a new clue about today, because we do this, like, I don't know. I'm digging more into it, and I'm going to do a video on that. So we're going to get some cards for the daily energy, but today is about growth. It's about expansion. It's about seeing the energy around you, feeling it. Like, I see somebody ask about, is there an evil eye in their house? You know what? I invite you, take a couple of deep breaths in, and then think about your heart space and drop down there and be in your body where we actually feel, and feel and see what you feel, because I think you already know, or you wouldn't have asked the question. So apparently we had to address that right then. So anyway, today is a day about expansion. Today is a day about being open to the new possibility about timing. Hey, Nicole, how has luxury been treating you? Oh, that's really yummy. I I made a coffee. Sometimes I used to go to Starbucks, but I actually don't go to Starbucks anymore. Just because I'm not in alignment with their energy. So, but I like a caramel macchiato from there. So I actually had everything, and I made me a caramel macchiato. So, because we have a great espresso machine and an ice machine, and so I just made me one. So like, I took the extra time to do it all, just like Starbucks does. I just don't like their coffee. So back to the new moon Jupiter energy. Expansion can be reborn today. It's really about taking time and, like, slowing down. Like, take some time today and slow down and see the change that can happen in your life. Like, be so intentional. We actually had Nicole the other day do like a thing to where she slowed down. We're really slow down. Like, had we not valued our time, we could have waited in that bus line for a couple of hours, because about 25 people get on a bus at a time. That would have took forever. But you know what? We had already checked our bags, so it made it super easy for us to go get in the taxi and go. And everything lined up. And then, I was doing some free readings for a group I'm in. So we sat at the table after we ate, and I did my readings. And then, you know what? We walked down to the terminal leisurely. And you know what? When we got there, it was exactly time to board. Like, exactly. Like, by taking our time, things lined up easier. The other day in the kitchen, you know what I was doing? Crazily, I made me a tea, and then I was putting the dishes up. I knocked my tea over because I was in a hurry. So that was also a moment of, some things were out of reach in the kitchen for me, which is why I knocked my tea over. So I readjusted things. So sometimes we feel like things are just a little bit out of our reach. What if you could adjust that thing just by raising your vibration? Or, like, what step could you take to bring that one step closer to you? Like, things were just up, I had to tippy toe and really reach to get them. I'm 5'3", I'm short. It's a hard for a girl sometimes. So yes. But truly, the more we slowed down, the easier the flow of everything went. Truly. Like, this morning, I could have got up at 9 and done my video. But I got a really great download that I'm working on, and I'm not ready to quite share yet, because I hear there's going to be another part to it, and then I'm going to make a video about it. And it was about taking my time and doing it right. And I actually started the video and I had no sound, so I had to come back. So it was about that energy about, okay, take some deep breaths, get centered. Make sure everything is in the right place in the right time, because you know it's the right time because you all are here right now. And I needed it, so we're apparently all here together because energetically we're co-creating together because we are in this space together. So welcome to my sacred space. Welcome to the new moon energy, the Jupiter energy, the 4-4 portal, already ready to bring in brand new stability. We ask everybody to hit that like button. Thank you very much. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. So we're going to use the Moonology cards to see what this new moon energy is about in Cancer. It is also a great time to move for whoever is looking for that energy. The first card out is look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. And then we get the card of what do you need to release, the waxing moon, which is for sure, which is probably some mother energy. And then we have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus, which is that energy about that thing being just out of reach, and what step can you take towards that? It doesn't have to be a big step. If that step feels too overwhelming to take that first step, it's too big of a step. Take a smaller step. The next moon is, it is time to take action. The new moon in Aries, and work through your fears. The new moon's in Scorpio, which is normally why we're not taking action anyway. So are you ready to take action towards your passion? Like, one of the questions the other day on my download was, if money wasn't involved, would you still do the things you do daily? Seriously. Is money your motivation, or is your passion your motivation? Do you dread going to that place where you're making money? Okay, and then we're going to see what the current energy is. And we get the 7 of Wands. And the first thing I notice about this card is she is crossing a bridge. And are you ready to cross that bridge of change to something better? With the 8 of Pentacles, you have been doing the work. So it is time. You put the boundaries up. It's time to go to this next phase. That was the first line of my download earlier. The new phase is now. Are you ready for it? The foundation, the 5 of Pentacles, and it's about letting this go. This is the release. Are you ready to let lack go? Lack of time, lack of money, lack of love, lack of attention, lack of anything, because truly we have all lack based on money. It takes me this many hours to make this much money. As soon as you decide your time is more valuable, and for what you're trading it for money, it'll be a different scenario going on for you. In the recent past is the 9 of Pentacles. Have you had a little taste of that? Do you like it? I know recently I've had an experience of it with the different things happening just by me slowing down. So I truly invite you today, tomorrow, I'm going to do an experiment. I'm actually going to try to slow down. I'm going to walk at half pace. I'm not going to be in a hurry today. I'm just not, like doing my caramel macchiato. I had to take the time on that. I don't normally sit there and squeeze caramel out of a bottle. Today I did. Because it was about taking the time to make something that would be good, that I would like. The headspace is the 7 of Cups. And for me, this is about, like, he's finding the things that are helping him be in alignment. Like, he is aware of, okay, when I do this, this is working for me. This one's full of water. If I tap on that, it's going to make something different happen. That's going to be maybe something unpleasant. And it's about knowing what is for you and what is not, what is unpleasant and what is working for you, and deciding I'm going to focus on the direction of the thing that is working for me. And that brings in the King of Pentacles in the immediate future. When you change your headspace, truly, this comes. Like, when you take the time to say, okay, I'm going to be deliberate in my actions. Because if he just hits any of them, it's not going to be the same. So he has to be very deliberate on where he's tapping. So as you slow down and are deliberate, things change. When you change your headspace, okay, I don't have to be in such a rush. How early would I have to leave to not be in a rush? Because I'm going to tell you, people that are living that life of luxury, they are not in a rush. They may be busy and have a lot to do, but they are not in a rush because they are not trading their time for money. They have figured out that that is the part of the time matrix trap. And as soon as you free yourself from that trap and have the awareness that I actually have time, I have lots of time, and see that bigger picture of time, and really feel that expansiveness in your physical. Like, go outside and count how many trees are in the place around where you live. Like, how, for the most part, most people have some trees around them. Like, there is abundance all around you, and when you get in nature and you connect to that nature, you can truly see all of the abundance that's around you. Part of that Taurus energy up there. And we have the Page of Pentacles in the current environment. So are you listening to the message? Are you being the messenger? Are you connecting to energy and receiving the message? Because today and tomorrow and the next day, we hear this, a 4-day portal to receive messages. Go outside, be connected to the earth, get the messages, take a walk, see what you get. Like, we were hot tubbing, I was getting messages. I was sitting in my office looking out the window, getting messages. So be open to the things that are trying to come to you. In the how other people see you is the Seven of Swords, walking away from maybe the chaos, the things that are like, why are you not in a hurry? Like, don't you think other people would look at you strange? And if so, who cares? Why, like the other day, Dave and I were being very intentional on our walking. We weren't going fast. So you said half speed. People are probably wondering, what is wrong with us? There was nothing wrong with us. We were savoring each step. We were enjoying where we were at, because you know what? As we savor that in vacation, you know what we're going to do? Bring more of that, because you get what you focus on. And then the Knight of Pentacles is the hopes and fears card. So you are so close, because like, he's right there. The goal is right there. Are you ready to take the steps towards, like, he can take the long path or he could take the short path. Which path do you want to take? And the Queen of Wands is the outcome, which is about you stepping in your power, knowing the ability that you have when you stand in that. That's part of that Empress energy and being the embodiment of the feminine. Be the embodiment. The underlying energy is the Star, which is about doing some healing, the Five of the stuff of the past, the Five of Cups, the Nine of Swords, and the Judgment card. Like, when you see people not rushing, do you have judgment on them? Because as you focus on, I'm okay to slow down, and I'm okay to take a break, and I'm okay to sit in my divine feminine energy, and you actually do the work of healing the mindset, because this looks like it's ready to be healed. And now, because that 9 is ready to go over here to this 10 of the wheel, and to be moved into a different place, to be taken to a higher place. I release the judgment of believing that I had to hurry, that I'm in a rush. What are we in such a rush for? Honestly, there truly is nothing to be in such a rush for. We're going to get one of these twin flame cards for guidance. But the energy today is great to focus on what you want to manifest, to work on your spiritual gifts for sure. Apparently that one's turned sideways, so we're taking it. So the first card is false twin flame and intense change. And I will say, I had a catalyst before Dave. And then we get the card of harmonize, which is let your light shine. And soulmate, clearing core wounds. So maybe that false twin is actually, I'm going to say, you know what that false twin did for me? It helped me heal some stuff and allowed me to bring in the energy with Dave, to be in a different energetic place with some things, with myself. And then the next one is the Holy Grail code, which is receive the gift. Which I just heard that card turn sideways, and I'm supposed to keep this one out because apparently my next download will be in reference to the Holy Grail code. So I'm excited to see what this brings. So I'm gonna apparently not be using these. And the bottom of the deck is clearing karma, Kundalini activation. So woo! Awesome. Apparently we got the new next download that I'm gonna set those off so I don't forget that. So are you ready for a new beginning? Are you ready to open up your gifts in a brand new way? Are you ready to take the action on that? Like by stepping in and trusting. And honestly, we think it's about doing, and when we say it's about being, it truly is. Part of the breadcrumbs we received about the luxury is Dave at Dave's conference. Kristen Bell was there and was the last keynote speaker, and her spirit animal is a sloth. Because how slow and deliberate does a sloth move? Isn't that just a little bit about luxury? About just slowing down a little bit and being open at the gift that comes with slowing down. So it was a really great trip to Sedona. We Vegas. We didn't go to. I wish we were in Sedona. We were in Vegas. We went to the Valley of Fire, and it was super interesting. I had a thing on my foot, which is now healed in 5 days after our visit there. So very interesting how that turned out. So Nicole, who is first? Yes, we went for. It was so hot. It was over 100 every day. Well, the last day we left, it was like 95, but every other day it was basically 100 every day. So, yes, and we went. The Valley of Fire is like an hour north of where we were, so we went. And they have a rock formation called the Seven Sisters, and the sixth one is has a little cave you can go up in, and we went up in it and we played the bowls. Dave and I had done that before, and then I was guided to take my shoes off because had actually got inflamed, and I was hurt. It was kind of hurting. It had been there. I had a spider bite, and it had kind of went back and forth. I'd had a lot of energy work done to it, so it was, whatever. It was obviously meant to still be bothering me when I went there because they had me take my shoes and my socks off. And you know what happened almost immediately? Like, we were there for about an hour, and then I'm like, I have to go. I had went through something so intense there. Like, Dave was playing with the bowls, and I had took my crystals that I use for my energy sessions, and he was putting them in the bowls and clearing and activating them. And he was doing that, and I was kind of doing my own healing thing. And my foot is now almost completely healed. I told Dave this morning my foot had to be bothered so I could see the healing that happened. And the message they had given me was it comes from the inside out. So you have to do the inside healing. Oh, yes. So it's called the Seven Sisters. It's the sixth rock formation. Most people don't go over there because that last section is for weddings, but there's a couple picnic benches, but you have to have it reserved to go over there. But we've walked around, and last year we got a helicopter to come. This year, no helicopter, but I had a huge healing experience and activation. So are you ready? As you were listening, are you ready to be activated through this today? So Lucy, do you have a specific question? Yes, because I had been working with the Pleiadians, so it was quite the experience there in the cave. So here, wait for Lucy's question, and just getting some card shuffled. Okay. And they want us to use the Moonology cards. Okay. Well, the first card out is look at the big picture, which is full moon in Sag. So sometimes stepping back and seeing things from a higher perspective. Also, that Sag energy for me is sometimes be a little more playful and not so serious. Maybe that's more than not so serious. The next card is communication is key, which is the new moon in Gemini. And then a time for healing, which is the balsamic moon. And if you have any mother energy, mother wound or home energy, now is a really great time to look at that. And then the bottom of the deck is nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. So no, we have our own path to take. We all have our own path and in the right time. So if you think, oh, I completely know about that, Lucy. I have been deep diving into that. But now is really the time to release that and know that the way your mother treated you is sometimes how your self-talk is. So look at your self-talk. We hear for one. And know that don't think your path is set in stone because of that, because the next thing is expect powerful change. So are you ready by looking at, and the answers, we can't help it. The answers you need are coming. So are you ready to work on that? And if you're Lucy, I have a membership and a mentorship program both to deep dive into that work. I am actually getting ready to host, I guess I'm going to announce it here. I'm going to host a free Chiron Masterclass, which is about healing that inner child wound. So keep an eye out. I'll be posting about it in the community tab or on my website, crystal-intentions.com. Which is definitely about looking at how to heal that wound. Okay. And you get the High Priestess, the Death card, the King of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Sun, and the Four of Wands. Lucy, as you take steps towards this, the messages are really going to come in quickly as you meditate, as you spend time in nature. Like, how do I heal this? What is the bigger picture? Sometimes I ask Source, help me see this from your perspective. Help me tap in to that higher perspective, a neutral perspective. Like, it's guiding you to do that now. And then as you do, transformation happens quickly. Like, that download's going to come in and you're going to have such the awareness of, what do I need to know? And I ask, what do I need to know about this situation? And then I meditate and see what comes in, or I look at my experience and I'm like, okay, I understand. Because Lucy, are you trying to bring in a person? Because we get the King of Wands and the Four of Wands, which for me is like twin flame energy, which is like that divine masculine person. I'm going to say when I got to that right energetic place and stepped into mission, that's when Dave came into my life really suddenly. When I took the action towards it, and I think it's trying to get you to take the action towards it, to let go of the past thoughts and know that that energy can't get no more dead than that. Like, it's time to let that hurt go. Like, that's a lot of hurt to hold, that you're holding on to, that is caused. And as you, yeah. And then the Seven of Cups, like, sometimes you have to heal a certain aspect of you to bring that person in. Like, look at the perspective of relationship, because do you know who models relationship? Your mom. Was that like the greatest relationship that you witnessed between your parents? How about the relationship you had with her? No, that has taught you how to do relationship. And if it's not great, take some time and look at how is your communication, because I feel like that communication is a really big key of this situation. Do you feel like you can openly express yourself? So I think like this picture, it's like that's there and there's a cave there, but he's looking at what's blocking him. Yeah. Is it the relationship that you think is it? I'm going to say, they're giving me a message and sometimes I'm resistant to it, but sometimes we're in a relationship with the wrong person because we don't want to be alone. Honestly, people mirror us. So like, look at where are you doing that action as well? And sometimes people are meant to be with you for a season and not forever. Because we feel like you're still looking. And by me, we feel like that's your guides and spirit team. Like, it feels like you're still looking for that person. So, Nicole, who is next? Honestly, you want to know so much, though? Normally, it happens before the age 7, because that's when you get your Chiron wound. So, Lucy, look at your Chiron, what house and what sign it's in. And if you want a deeper dive, I have different services you can see in the description. You can get a reading Reiki, many different things. So, LP, how are you? And Lucy, I'm going to say I am getting ready to start. I put it out there, but I haven't actually started it yet. I'm doing a group membership. That way I'm teaching a bunch of different things. And one of them is a group mentoring session and an energy session. So that's on my website as well. So LP, you were not ghosted. You were saved, rescued. You want me to tell you something? The right one's not going to ghost you. Like this energy today about Jupiter being reborn. Yeah, like trust that it wasn't the right person. LP, have you done the list? Because do you know what? If you're in this depressed thing or lower vibration, you don't want to attract somebody at that. You don't. And he probably felt energetically pursued because you are searching for that. So instead of searching for that outside of you, when you feel that love for you and take the time for you, things change. Like it's about developing the relationship and loving you. They really, really, really want you to love you. Like they're, for one, are you in bed now? I know it's late because where you are, but yeah, that's probably. Do you know? You know, you could book an energy session with me. Yeah. I feel like you may have something, some kind of something taking your energy. Because sometimes they do that, and they are also where they, I feel like, project in, and then that causes a negative thought loop. Because what if this is a time of growth and it's not a time of you're supposed to be with somebody? You know what? When I have learned several times, Source has separated me. You know why? When it was time for me to level up and work on me. And then when I jumped in and I did that work, things moved. Because it's not about you're like stuck and it's not happening. It's about it's trying to show you something. Like, and I'm a Taurus, so I can be stubborn. So sometimes Source has to really put it to me to show me, like I was driving a car and I did what the guy told me and switched my plate and my thing, but my insurance in my state didn't consider I changed it, so I lost my license. My license was suspended. I didn't know. I got caught driving, and then I still did. Eventually, just because I was stubborn, and eventually it got to the point where Source through the court made me say, you cannot drive for a year. And if you get caught driving in the next year, you're going to jail. Do you know what? I didn't drive. I listened. Okay, got the message. Just like the other day when we were at the airport, there was that huge line. We could have waited, but I got the message on that too. Go get in the taxi. So like everything is in the right time. Yeah, because you're looking for something outside of yourself. Like loving yourself is about filling your cup up. Are you going to sleep early enough? Are you valuing your time enough? Like, are we always rushing? Exhaustion is from it rushing. Like when you're walking today, walk at half the speed. Truly, like slow down. Like that's why we're exhausted because we're stuck in this time matrix. The way it was explained to me the other day is time was a circle, and we are in a Saturnian planet, which is ruled by karma and time. And they took that circle and they manipulated it and turned it in on itself and made it an infinity symbol. And then you get stuck in the karma time loop because they manipulated time. Ain't that funny? So as we come out of this and realize that time doesn't rule everything, that stops that loop. Like we rule our whole lives by time. I was late. You know why? Because I was more important for me to make my coffee and do that in the time that it took me to do it. It's about slowing down and taking your time. In the beginning of this, we started for probably the first 7 minutes talking about the energy. We took our time. Each person, we're given the full message. We're taking our time. Wouldn't you rather have the full message than a 1 minute version of it so I can get to the next person? In this, it's about taking the time. So slow down and take your time is the biggest message they're giving you. Like, slow down. And apparently we're getting a card from the ancestors because that's the deck I'm shuffling. So so we're going to see because you know what? I thought I was ready and I was ready, but you know what? I got divorced in 2014. Dave did not. Dave didn't get divorced till 19. So as much as I tried and I dated and I kept finding the wrong person, you know what? It wasn't the right time. I was trying to push that forward, not Source. When it was the right time for Dave, it happened so easily. Do you want to know what? I stood him up on the first date. I didn't think it was the right person because I had gotten to that point. I was like, I'm just not even worried about dating. I put on my profile like energy healer. I was to the point of I was letting dating go. Everybody I met needed energy work. I'm like, I'll just do energy work. If the right person comes, they'll come. I'm not worried about that now. I'm just going to work on mission. And like as soon as I let that go of I need this, I need this, I need this, it came. Because I'll tell you, I stood Dave up, and then you know what? We talked for another 4 or 5 days, and then we did meet for dinner. And that night, we both knew that we were the one. that very first night when we met, because it was in the right time. Had we met the first time, we hadn't talked about a lot of the spiritual stuff. It might not have clicked as well. He was okay. We were still talking. I didn't just completely ghost him. I didn't stop talking to him. I just didn't show up. It was breakfast. So I didn't show up for breakfast. But we worked it out. So we are going to see what, so truly it's about just like sometimes Source has your love because it wants you to grow you and your love like towards you, like to get in that place of I'm not in a rush. Because you know what? Feminine energy is not about rushing. Feminine energy is about being in receiving. So are you ready to be in that place of receiving? And you get the cards of Creature of Water, which is creative expression. We get the Griot, which is blissed, which is the Sun card, and the Root of Earth, which is inspired action. And that is also the King of Pentacles, which is husband and father energy coming in. As soon as like you step into this other place, this creative, the Creature of Water, you know, creative expression. The bottom is the Martyr, sacrifice and self-reflection. And then we get the Goddess circle. So tap, and that's the wheel. Are you ready for change? Tapping into the energy of now. Like that Cancer energy is ready to be reborn right now. Like Cancer, like Jupiter in Cancer is a 12-year cycle. You know what happened 12 years ago? That's when I got divorced. A lot of things changed for me that year. I graduated PTA school. I got my first job in that field. I had surgery. I got separated. A lot happened 12 years ago. So what happened for you 12 years ago, LP? Where were you then? That reflection. And also, which this is the Hanged Man, which is that reflection of how does your mom do relationship? Because those are the seeds you have planted, and the Ace of Cups will bring you those seeds that you have planted. So that is filling up your cup. And for me, aces are also a gift from Source, like handing you. You have done the work. Here you go. So what seeds are you planting? You get the Three of Swords, the Ace of Wands, so another part of a new beginning. The Knight of Wands, that's the quickest moving energy, and the Seven of Swords, which is releasing stuff, not letting you go. Yeah, so the end of a cycle. So are you ready for this to be the end of another cycle? Like the King of Swords is definitely about being very clear, having focused intention and direction. What if for the next week, we were going to say 30 days, but we even hear the next week, you just slow down and say, I'm going to give time for me every day. I'm going to give me maybe some journaling time. I'm going to give me extra time of sleep. I'm going to make sure I'm in bed a little bit earlier. I'm going to set an intention. And set some intentions on some things that are your self-care to really honor and value you. And then this happiness opens up, like truly, when you step into being your divine feminine, because the divine feminine is that slower energy, that receiving. I know we have to work and we have to do things, and those are all masculine, but it's also about learning to be in your feminine while doing those masculine things. And that's about slowing down the process. It doesn't have to be about productivity. I got to hurry and get this done. It's time. Slow down. They're like, slow down. Like, reflect. Take some inner time. These people are all reflecting. The card under that is victorious, which is the Chariot, which is about moving forward. Are you ready for that? In this new portal, all that is open to you as you how much of your past relationship was like your parents' relationship? Where, where do you want to do love differently than you've maybe done it in the past? The more specific you are, the faster it goes for everybody. So, you were the one wrong in what? Yeah, because you want me to tell you why? You have a betrayal wound from your mother, I would almost guess, that has made it where you have been overgiving and afraid to truly just be yourself, to be vulnerable. You want to know how I know? I'm going through this. Me and Dave are like, we're a work in progress. Like every day we're living this journey too. So, and we're living this journey. So you know what? I can talk about our experiences yeah, me too. By my mom first and then by my dad, because it was easier to do that than to stick up for me anymore. So totally 100% get that. Yeah. 100%. Yeah. And you know what? They were doing the best they could do and they were giving you the contract you signed up for. I know that sucks, but honestly, we come in and we say, we want to be strong. We want to be independent. We want to be, you know how you get to be strong? You have to go through that. And you want me to tell you why also you had to go through that? So as you heal it, you can understand you are meant to help other people with this very, very same wound. And as you look into the fearful avoidant attachment style, like do some look on YouTube. There's some great stuff out there, but that's that betrayal wound. It's that you just want that relationship so much, but then when you're in there, you're also afraid to be vulnerable. And at the first, so they would like you to look at that as well. But as you can heal that attachment style and feel, yeah, and I'm pretty sure you're fearful because you really want that relationship, and we really want it, but then we think that's the thing that we need. But take a look at the fearful avoidant attachment style. I know they say it's not as big a percentage, but Celia says 95% of people have that attachment style. Even though they don't think we all have that particular one, that is what we have. So Nicole, who is next? Well, I'm going to tell you, as you just say, I want to be more vulnerable. I want situations where I have that opportunity. And LP, I don't know the exchange rate, but if you would like to work with me on a one-on-one basis or as part of my group, send me an email and we can work out something. Latoya, you are next. Welcome to the party. And LP, welcome. Can we do a little activation to you also, LP, while we're waiting on Latoya to drop her question? My friend from Vega would like to work on your heart. Okay. There was, thank you, Latoya. We will, it was the perfect timing because it allowed me to do that, what we need to do for LP. One more quick message for LP. Until you find the wisdom in the relationship with your parent, it's going to be a thing that really holds you back. By understanding they were just doing the best they could do by the programming that they had, and that they are two hurt, broken people, and that as you connect with your inner child and begin reparenting yourself and gain the wisdom that I was meant to do this so I can help so many other people through the wisdom of my healing. So document your journey. Pay attention to what works best for you. Know that you are meant to help other people through your healing. We learn things as a reference point to help somebody else, honestly. Because I have been through that parent trauma, so I understand. If somebody hasn't had that, it's more difficult for them to truly have an understanding of it. And part of that is finding the wisdom. They were doing the best they could do with what they knew. They are hurt, broken people. When you can see them from that place, it's not justifying what they did to you, but it's about understanding of the place where they came from was just a hurt, they're hurt and they're broken, and you are meant to help so many people through your working through healing that. Like, so. I'm just, something happened over here and I'm just trying to figure out what it was because nothing over there is on or anything, but there was some electrical something. So, Latoya, we are seeing about possible zodiac signs for you. So you're going to see which one of these cards come out. And that was really strong energy because it went flying across the room. Okay, so you get your dreams need a practical plan, which is full moon in Taurus. So we're giving you the Taurus energy. And we're giving you, apparently we're just giving you the Taurus energy. And then the next card is expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. So are you ready to bring in and then adjustments are required? I feel like the full moon in Taurus energy is when that person may come in for you. I also feel they could be a Taurus, but I feel like there's some energy alignment that's just a little, because that adjustments are needed, or is just a little. Some perspective is a little off balance, Latoya. Oh. I also hear you need to slow down and be in that receiving energy and not chasing. Okay? Be the queen and just wait. and let them come to you. Because if you are energetically pursuing, then that is masculine energy. And it's truly about you being in your divine feminine energy. Like truly, like be in the place of, I will know it's you because our energy will be so aligned. Like, I'm going to tell you, the new moon in Taurus happens in Scorpio. So November, October, October 20th after. So, like, take the next couple of months to really be okay in your feminine. Like, we are always in such a hurry. They're like, take the time to savor and know that you are going through this huge upgrade, because when that person comes in, you're not going to have as much time to focus on your mission and your gift as much when you have a relationship. And sometimes you're meant to have this period of growth before that happens. And I feel like that's what they're telling you this time is. So how much fun and growth and expansion can I have? How much fun can I have with my girlfriends in this time? Because when you're in that relationship, you know that takes away from that. So have that different perspective. Okay, what am I supposed to be having fun savoring now while this is happening? Because I feel like you're waiting on your life to like have the greatest life, waiting on this person. And truly, when you're living that greatest life, that's the quickest way to magnetize that person to you, because they're going to be like a magnet. So you have to be in that queen energy, empress energy, and you will pull the exact person to you. Like, be magnetic. And I hear, speaking of magnetic, Mystical and Magnetic is the name of my membership. So that we are beginning. So Nicole, who is next? But yeah, that Taurus was the only zodiac sign of those. I thought you might get a couple, but we only got Taurus. Which, you want to know, Taurus is like, they appreciate the finer things in life. Taurus is ruled by the Empress. So, like, are you ready to be in like that Empress energy? Because you being in that will attract that person to you. So, put your crown on. Cat Goddess, you are next. Can you please drop your question? It's funny because I hear we're not using these cards. We're using these cards. Well, the time of the new moon is now. The new moon is tomorrow, 4 degrees. It's at 3 degrees now. Jupiter's there being reborn. Like, are you ready to like experience the most amazing downloads? Like right now, are like being open and meditating today. Latoya, what's the crying face about? And Cat Goddess, you get release old patterns. So are you ready for the new phase? And then you get the card of trust yourself, which is so beautiful. So release old patterns, and then trust yourself. I love the owl with the heart there. And then it's time to shine. So in the past, Cat Goddess, have you been holding yourself back? Not shining your light as bright as you could, not being your truest self, not sharing your heart and your wisdom. Okay. Well, you get the Emperor, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So that definitely feels like this 444 energy that we're in. And the Five of Swords is once again about the old patterns of thought and having a new perspective on it and being in that energy of the divine feminine. And we get the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles, which is about a contract, about having and teaching other people how to change your perspective. Like, are you able to work on that? Are you able to say, I want to live a life of luxury? How does somebody that lives a life of luxury act? Yes, and that's totally, that 4 is about stability. And are you ready to take the action towards that? Are you ready to be open to say, I am tired of being in a rush all the time. I am also tired of not shining my light, might be in my true self. So I keep hearing this, so I'm going to say it. Are you on TikTok? Somebody says very strongly, they're like not letting me go any further till we get a reply. They're like, nothing else. So yeah, they're really strong about they're not giving me anything else. Maybe it's time to start sharing your wisdom. Do you know, I have been sharing with some of my mentorship clients some things, and I have one that's doing little videos. And some of the things we share with her, she makes little videos of. So even anything you hear from us or from anybody else that you find would be beneficial to somebody else, you can share that. Even if it's you say, I heard this from somebody else, because she'll say, I heard this from my coach. You don't have to say, this is my thought. Sometimes I channel messages. Sometimes I hear it somewhere else. Like Dave heard the sloth thing. That was a little nugget of something that he brought from that I needed to have put in there to be part of our download. So they want you to shine your light, stop holding back your wisdom, like trust everything is in divine timing. Like trust what you know, trust what you're learning on your path today. Like share your wisdom. Other people need that perspective and to know that, hey, this might be going hard for you today, but just I tried this and it worked. Sometimes you just need to take a few breaths and see a different perspective. A great way about being present is taking time to just look around your environment and feel yourself in the environment. How does the environment feel? I really like the environment I'm in. I'm in the sound studio. Dave was in playing the singing bowls in here last night while I was doing some work. Like, it, this is a very calming environment for me. It makes me at peace. So it also makes me be very present in this moment. So where can you be more present in the moment and also share your wisdom? Like, if you think nobody wants to hear you, that is a lie your ego is telling you, is what they want you to know. You have this contract to be the messenger, the high priestess, to give the wisdom. That little nugget of information that you learned today may benefit somebody else. And if it helps them just a little bit, isn't it worth putting yourself out there and sharing the wisdom? Like what we're doing. So I don't know. I hear TikTok may be a great platform for that. As you probably already have a following. So People love to see when other people are authentic and show up. Where is that in your pattern? That things make you feel unsafe and then you walk away and avoid it. How about relationships? How about friendships? Like, where are you with those? Because how about if some of that's that negative self-talk of that ego that's trying to stop you from being successful and shining your light and being the messenger? Because the ego only knows the past and it's only going to try to keep you locked in the past until you show it that, oh, I can do this and I am safe. Because, you know, there's Instagram, there's YouTube. There are many places. But they were very strong about the TikTok, maybe because you have such resistance there, which is about the resistance about being seen, maybe, and being heard and feeling unsafe. Are you unsafe to be seen and heard? Do you know that your ego's job is to keep you safe and alive? It is not here to make you successful. It is here to hold you into a place of safety, not success. And apparently this 4/4 portal is a great time for you to look at releasing with Jupiter being reborn, like where what was going on 12 years ago for you, where what part of the pattern was there. This Jupiter in Cancer is a 12-year cycle. So Nicole, who is next? Oh my gosh, it's been an hour and 20 minutes. Where has time gone? Apparently everything in the right time. Hi, Kimon. How are you? And Echo, you are next. Okay. Okay. And Echo, you get the card of slow down and crown chakra activation. And you get the card of spacious mind and soul. So definitely feels like it's time. And then gratitude for the past is the bottom of the deck. So I feel like it's saying you were in this place to for the for expansion, and as you ground that energy in, the next thing comes. Like what happened with the last because don't you know everything happens in divine timing. When you let go of control, because there is the Judgment card, and then the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords, which is as you let go of the rush for it, it's going to move really quickly. It's so funny that we're always in such a rush, and honestly, when you slow down, things go easier. So what would the perfect job be for you? Can you find the best qualities in all of your past employment? Write them down. Write the best qualities of each of those jobs. Like, what was the best thing here? As you focus on the best thing here and work on that place of, I want a job, career that is encompassing of all of the things that I like the most of all of my things. Like when you can be expansive in that, I want all of the best things in those places, then it can come really easily as you get the 10 of Cups, the 3 of Wands is that about having the inspired action to know what you want and moving towards it in calmer waters. Calmer waters is about slow. It's not about being difficult. It's about being easy. Leaving lack behind, because there's the 5 of Pentacles and there's the 5 of Swords, which is definitely about leaving that behind. The Page of Wands, he's standing there. Pages are about messengers. He has new inspiration. I'm going to take this message slow. Walk around today at half the speed. I'm going to tell you how much I had in my experience to be able to witness based on slowing down. And just know, like, you strongly got the slow down card. Like, slow down, especially the next 3 or 4 days. Be open to the messages trying to come in through that crown chakra activation. Spend a little time out in the sunlight. Trust and let it be easy. When you go with the flow, I don't have to be in control. It can happen at the right time. You know what happens then? Then it does. Everything will come easily. So, Nicole, who is next? My pleasure, and truly expansion happens the moment you slow down. I know we think we have to push and push and push, but truly taking the time and slowing down allows you out of the time matrix. Like, that is the trap we are in. Destiny, you are next. Welcome. You're going back to the moon cards. Okay. Okay, it does not appear that Destiny is still here. So, Nicole, who's next? Okay, it looks like Kimon is here. So how about we get Kimon next? Because Kimon, it seems like the ancestors want to talk to you because they could not let me wait another second. Okay. And come on, you get the creature of air, which is about speed. And the talk all day today has been about slowing down. And then the next card is the martyr, which is sacrifice and self-reflection. And then we get the root of fire, which is risk it all. So yes, your ancestors really wanted to give you a message, Kimon. They're wanting you to slow down and take a risk. Like, what is it that's truly your desire that you're, I feel with this, they're saying holding in, like you're holding something on so tight that you need to trust your heart's desire and really go with it. And then you get the judge, which is poetic justice, which is the one card. So definitely feels like justice, part of your karma, part of the things you're supposed to do. And when you do that, you're going to really move forward with the monarch, which is victorious, which is the chariot energy. So are you ready? Like, they really, really, like, they are super, super strong about, they want you to, like, trust that this is part of your karma, because I see Saturn there is really pulling my attention. And that's like part of the thing you're supposed to do. That is part of your mission is, and it's now time to step into that in the way that feels risky for you, but that's truly going to like open everything up. They're like, it is time to step into this leadership role, into trusting that you have gained the wisdom. Like, are you ready to step in? In like, as soon as you take like the first step, like, you know how sometimes we feel like one step forward, one step back? This feels like one step forward and then 10 steps forward for like this energy. So I don't know what, it just feels like really fast is going to happen. Like as soon as you take that first step towards your heart's desire, the things you're passionate about. Where is your North Node? Because we get the wheel and the page of cups. So it's telling me now is the time for you to be the messenger, to step out, to be seen, be heard. So come on, what do you want to do? Because we get the Five of Swords, which is your thoughts are holding you back from it. But you have the strength right there to do it, to be the messenger of your truth. And then see how quick that moves forward, like really moves forward. You get the Knight of Swords there twice. That is the fastest moving energy in the whole deck. And you got it twice. And the Two of Pentacles on the bottom, which is about being fun, being easy. Oh, North Node in Aries, that's definitely about taking action. What house is it in? Like that is definitely about taking that action, being this leadership for sure is that action. Like, are you ready to step out? Because literally I hear it's not one step forward, because recently I've had a thing with Nicole where we heard, you know, some people believe it's one step forward, two steps back, and instead we've heard it a different way, two steps forward, one step back. But literally, come on, for you, they're saying one step forward and then 10 more steps forward just flows easily as you take that very first step. So are you ready to have fun with it and be easy with it? Because in this card, she's being fun, she's being easy, and she's following her spiritual path with that Hierophant there, being connected, listening. So Are you ready to listen to the message? Are you ready to step in? Because your guides are like really saying now is the time. Be this messenger you are meant to be. Like, so come on, where are you? Where can we find you? Are you on TikTok? Are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook? Are you on YouTube? Are you on another platform that I don't know about? Where can we find your stuff? We're inviting you to share because now is your time. Like truly, now is your time to step out and be the messenger. Now, they're really strong about the now. Being the messenger now. And with that, it looks like Dave has taken my lunch outside. So I am, yeah, definitely share it with us. I think I'm going to go have lunch and then I think I'm going to come back and do another live because I don't have a session until 5. So we will be back in a little while. Thanks everyone for joining us. It was a pleasure today. Thank you, Nicole. We'll see you later. Bye.